Yes.
Okay, so I'm here with Richard Blais. I'm the biggest fan. You may know Richard from Top Chef, or if you're Atlanta, you're in the restaurant scene, you're like, you were a rock star before that.
I mean, I don't know about rockstar, but we have fun, so,
And the hair, we were discussing this before we started filming. I touched it.
Yeah, no, I like it. I mean, first of all, I wish more people would come in and touch it.
What would happen if I went like this?
It's like, you get that whole, the troll, the 1980s troll on a pencil sort of thing, which we don't know the name for, that we've been talking about.
Well, we're not here to talk about your hair, even though I totally could all day long. But your new restaurant, it just opened last week?
It did, yeah. I mean, we're not even a week into service.
And we're here at Flip, and this place is a lot of fun. How did you get the idea to have a hamburger restaurant?
Well, I mean, it's a collaboration for sure. So, me and Barry Mills, the owner, got together, and he's kind of had this vision, and then I'm kind of was the missing piece at the time. How to do hamburgers really creatively. Hopefully he found the right person. I think that kind of works. I think creative kind of is one of the things that comes to mind when you think about my food. I hope.
Well, the menu looks great, and I want to know, what was some of the weirder hamburgers or burger ideas that didn't make the list?
Wow, a lot of things. There's not too many things that didn't make the list. We have we're calling it Phase 2.
Okay.
And Phase 2 has a couple of things that are unusual probably for what most people think of when they look at hamburger. But a lot of them kind of tend to fall on the condiment side, like invisible and sliceable ketchup.
What's that?
Well, it's invisible sliceable ketchup. Here it is. It's actually not here, but things like that. Making ketchup so that you can slice it like almost like a slice of cheese, but that kind of melts and has the texture of ketchup itself. So we have that in the works, and we're that's that's Phase 2.
Okay.
Phase 2 would be bacon milkshakes.
Okay.
Which I hope no one that didn't really disgust anyone because.
But bacon is good with anything.
Well, here's the way I think about it. When your bacon gets real intimate with your maple syrup,
delicious.
It works, right? So sugar and cream, and it's all breakfast anyway, right? So bacon milkshakes and the return of the foie gras milkshake, of course, is Phase 2. And when I say Phase 2, I mean like this weekend.
Okay.
Those are some of the more interesting things that we definitely have.
Okay.
I don't think there was anything that we did that really was like, oh my god, we can't do that.
Well, the menu looks great. It's right here. We'll post the link.
Let's do the tour.
Okay, so we're just go to the main dining room. Now,
main dining room,
while we're walking, did Tom Flicky stop by and eat here while he was in town?
We haven't seen him yet, but I read somewhere where he said he's going to come by, and I haven't made it over to Craft yet either, so I'm sure he'll be here eventually.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so here we go. Grand tour. And I think one of the neat things, we have it's Flip Burger Boutique. So Grand tour is not really that great. That's the first thing.
It's a fun little space.
It's a couple steps. That's the tour. Here we have one of my favorite spots. The bar. Right? And this was we have a couple of bars here.
You need to be at the bar because you just had a baby.
I do. She's 6 months old and she's eating real food now. So we're baking sweet potatoes. And, I'm on breakfast duty.
Okay.
Which I find is pretty cool. That's my thing. Every morning, 7:30, 8 o'clock, I eat breakfast before I head over to Flip. So our traditional bar, which is not so traditional. The design is pretty cool. Go for that. Think of the antique sort of feel of some of the vibe. It's a boutique. Someone asked me if we sell lingerie and hamburgers. We haven't started selling lingerie yet. Although maybe some edible ketchup lingerie or something might work for I'm weird. I'm sorry. I apologize. And then so this is our traditional bar.
Okay.
And then we kind of go into the main part of the dining room. And
it's sort of like communal style.
Sure. So I'm gonna really take you inside of the concept.
Okay.
Because I know I talk too much, but I know you'll cut me out anyway if I talk too much. But one of the things you want to do is kind of have this sort of communal, almost cafeteria sort of vibe.
Hey, are you having the lamb? That's really good.
Exactly.
Okay.
That works. But the other
lamb
thing
burger
is being at being in Atlanta, I realized that communal tables aren't really everyone's sort of thing. So we made this huge decision to put about 4 or 5 inches between each table, which gives you just enough space to not be elbow to elbow with some of the sitting right next to it. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you think that? How do you feel about communal table?
I don't know.
Now I'm interviewing you.
I'm looking at this couple right here, and I'm thinking I may want to join them.
You know, I mean, I think they wouldn't mind either. Yeah, they're down from Knoxville, Tennessee, actually.
No, I like it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's funny that you say that because my husband never wants to talk to anybody. I always want to know, like, what you have, did you like it?
Yeah.
So I think it's fun, and there's enough space.
Right.
There's
Now
enough
also,
space.
not sure if you noticed, but you know, you see over there the booths, right? Let's say they're going to have trouble with sometimes with my TH, the booths. Right? Is that you see the chairs are actually also the ceiling, right?
Oh, cool. Like the flip, like the flip.
It's flip.
Like the flip. It's so
Exactly.
good.
You know, so we like to have fun with that. That works.
That's good.
Right, and now I'm going to take you to kind of my favorite two spots in the kitchen.
Okay.
First one's over here, where you know, one of our chefs, Jonathan's over here, and this is the world's first liquid nitrogen milkshake bar.
Okay.
All right. Now I say that until someone says, "Hey, I saw one in Berlin or whatever," but you know, this is the world's first liquid nitrogen milkshake bar.
So wait, that's not for your employees when they get off work?
It has been for the employees when they go off to work as well, but no, this is for paying customers. So what we do is we make all of our ice creams with liquid nitrogen, and then we finish all of our shakes with liquid nitrogen, and then this, of course, is one of my favorite ingredients. That's the sound of a spaceship landing. And you don't hear that sound usually at a hamburger restaurant.
Oh my God!
But it's really cold. And every once in a while it gets really hot in here, and we have to just cool people down a little bit. I'm going to freeze out your camera person over here. Right? But the world's first liquid nitrogen milkshake bar.